Okay, so the second dish I'm going to show you is so simple and quick. I throw this together sometimes for breakfast, but some people think that's a little bit weird. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a quarter pound of tofu, or 125 grams. Now that's a 1 pound tub. So I'm just going to cut a quarter of that out. Now this is that fresh tofu. This is actually made just up the road from me, which is kind of cool. And this is the one I was telling you really need to do, keep in water and keep changing the water. So I've just got a little piece here. I'm just going to give it a light squeeze. It's pretty soft, so not squeeze it too much. Anyway, and just put that straight onto my serving plate. Now, straight onto that, all you do is grate a little bit of ginger. I love ginger. Ginger is one of my favourite things. And if you're, in the middle of cold and flu season up in the northern hemisphere, this would be fantastic because ginger's great for when you've got cold and flu. Also, it's good for stomach. It kind of settles your stomach. And it's really great for circulation as well. So if it's cold and you've got bad circulation, this is great. But I love eating this in summer, which is what we've got here right now, because it's a no-cook meal. Okay, so I've got that. I'm just going to chop up one of these scallions here. Maybe even just half. I think one might be a little bit much for one person. And just put a few of those on top. Now this is definitely for the tofu connoisseur. If this is your first time eating tofu, you probably don't want to go straight for this. You might find that a little intense. But it's a great little high protein snack that you can do, low in carbs as well. Okay, now we're just going to make a quick sauce to go with that. I'm going to use some sesame oil. I'm just going to use a quarter of a teaspoon. Now this has a beautiful nutty flavour. It's great to finish any dish off with this one. Okay, so we just got a quarter of a teaspoon of sesame oil, and then I'm using some top quality soy sauce here, and I'm just going to pour on 1 tablespoon. If I can see where I put my tablespoon. There it is. Okay, so about a tablespoon in there, maybe just a little bit under, and just mix that around. You can grate a little more ginger there if you want, and just drizzle that on top of your tofu. And it's as simple as that. Now, I've also taken the green bits here of the scallion, and I've just cut them into some nice little strips just for presentation, just on top. Okay, now to taste the tofu. I love this. Now, this is just perfect thing to have on a hot, roasty day. Today it's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, over 40 degrees Celsius. I don't want to do any more cooking, so this is great. This is the kind of meal you eat on one of those days. And just that subtle flavour of the sesame oil has already permeated right through the tofu. Just in the little bit of time it's just been sitting in that sauce and had the sauce soaking on it. Absolutely delicious, in contrast with the that lovely ginger flavour. I could eat ginger on its own though. And then just that spring onion flavour, crispy and fresh. Oh, it's just one of the most kind of natural tasting things you could have. Another episode done and dusted. Hope you've learned a little bit about tofu and different ways to cook it. Something for people who might not have had tofu before, and something for you tofu buffs as well. Don't forget to check out healthyhelpingstv.com for other episodes, including episode 3, which had a tofu chocolate mousse, which is absolutely delicious. It's one of those things where you definitely couldn't tell there was tofu in it. So I'm going to get stuck into this. Also, don't forget to check out gnmhealth.com, who present this show every week. They've got all sorts of other great pod and vodcasts showing you other things to do with health, fitness and lifestyle. My name's Michelle. I'll catch you next time. See you later.